Howdy, this is Gus the Wise. There was this feller who was driving along and he got in this terrible accident. The car just slammed into the left side of his car and spun him around, T-boned, and he was all torn up, and they took him to the hospital, and they ended up having to, his leg was just all mangled, and all the bones were just, all of them were broken, and his ribs were all caved in, and his face was smashed in on the left side, and his eye was injured, and his left arm was just totally bad. So finally the hospital just cut him right in half. And he's all right now. Today we're talking about some miracles that happened in the New Testament. We made a little thing, Miracles of Jesus, and had a list of them on the back here. I'm going to read through them. But these people, these happened to them. They wrote them down because they were witnessing to other people they really happened. And they went and they gave their lives rather than deny that these things happened. These are all proofs that God lives and that He loves His children. He loved them through that New Testament time. And people gave their lives. People gave their honor, gave their testimony, took beatings, all kinds of things as evidence, proof that would hold up in court. Somebody's witnessing to it. We can't interview them anymore, but same. So Jesus turned water to wine. A woman of Samaria at the well, He told her about how often she'd been married. The nobleman's son was healed. Jesus just passed unseen through a crowd that were trying to kill Him. He told them, the fishermen, to throw their net on this side and they'd catch fish. And so much it almost sunk their ship after fishing all night and not catching anything. Peter's mother-in-law was healed so she could minister to him when they came to her home. He healed a whole multitude. A man with palsy was healed. A man with a 38-year infirmity was healed. A man with a withered hand was healed. The centurion's servant was healed. The widow of Nain's son was raised from the dead. They were taking him out to bury him. Jesus calms the storm and walked on the water. A legion of devils was cast out of a man that they couldn't even hold in chains because he'd tear them apart. The daughter of Jairus was raised from the dead. Everybody was there mourning her. He went in and raised her from the dead. A woman with an issue of blood touched Jesus. She thought, if I just can touch His clothes, I'll be healed. And she was. Her faith healed her. He cast out devils that caused dumbness. He fed 5,000. He walks on the water. The wind ceased and the ship is immediately at the shore. People were healed by touching His garments. It's other than the woman with the issue of blood. A man with a speech impediment was healed. 4,000 people were fed. Little loaves and fishes. Happened twice, 5,000, 4,000. Blind man was healed. Boy was healed after the disciples. Disciples couldn't heal him. Jesus came and He did. The tribute money to give for taxes was found in the mouth of a fish. Jesus heals a man that was born blind. A woman was ill, was healed on the Sabbath. A man with dropsy was healed on the Sabbath. Lazarus was raised from the dead. 4 days he'd been dead. 10 lepers were healed. One of them came back grateful and thankful. They would have all been grateful. Only one of them expressed it. That's an important thing. Sight restored to 2 beggars. The fig tree was cursed and withered up that day. The arrangements for the Passover meal, He told them to go and follow somebody with a donkey, and when they got to that place, go in and they'd already have the upper room all furnished and ready. The heir of Malchus, who came to take Jesus Christ, Peter cut it off with his sword. And Jesus instead just healed the man's ear. And they still took him to Caiaphas. The great haul of fishes, and all the appearances of Jesus to all the people after He was raised from the dead. That's quite a bit for a 3-year period. When miracles happen then, they happen all the time. God still cares about us. So hit your like and your share, subscribe to this channel, and make some comments to let us know what you're thinking about, and if we can do it any better, or what you're thinking, what you want to have happen here. Anyway, thanks for listening.